A new movie from an old cartoon is coming out, which is Snoopy, and I used to watch it when I was a little girl. And that's why I can't wait to show my son this cartoon because I really liked it. So now let's start flying. I meant creating.
Let's start making the body. So from a white ball of fondant, we're going to make a drop. We have to lean in on the right. To make the feet, we're going to need 2 balls. Roll it and press them down until we get an oval shape. With the handle of a brush, we're going to roll and press just a 3/4 of the foot. Then bend it and stack it to one side. And pinch it here to make some straight lines. Now make 2 lines for the fingers. To make his cute tail, I'm going to need 2 balls, one white bigger and one black smaller. Now I'm going to push them together in one ball, and now I'm going to press it and roll it where the black fondant is. Now I'm going to do the same on the other side, but here I want the tail to be longer. And now we can attach it to the body, leaving the tail going up, which is very cute. Now this time we're going to make the back of his body, and to do this I'm going to need a ball of black fondant and roll it and stick it to the back. Insert a toothpick inside the body and let it dry. To make the arm with the hand, we're going to make 2 long cylinders the same length. Then going to press it where the hand is going to be, and we're going to cut in half this bit, and then again in half, and then in half again. So we have 4 fingers. Now what we got to do is to open them and then to round them with your fingers or with some tools if it's easier for you. We'll leave it until they dry, and then we can stick them onto the body. To make the head, we're going to need a bigger ball of fondant, which is going to be the same size of the body. What we're gonna do is to press it in the middle and press it to one side, because this is going to be the head and this is the mouth. Now I'm going to make the nose, which is quite small, and is an oval. To stick it, I'm just going to use some water. Now for the mouth, I'm going to add a very tiny strip of fondant and remove any excess. So pressing in here and press here as well. I'm adding a very tiny ball of fondant just to make the dot. I've just realized that the mouth needs to go just over here, so I'm moving it with a damp brush. To make the eyes, I'm going to need 2 ovals. First I'm gonna add some water so they will stick to the fondant, and just press them slightly onto the fondant just to make sure they won't move. Now we're going to be making the eyelashes, so I'm going to need a very thin fondant, and the best way of doing it is just with your hand. So I've got one, and I'm going to put it here on top of the eye, and then adjust it with a leaf shaper tool, and I want to be a bit more curvy. So now I'm going to make another one, this time a bit shorter. To add the light on his eyes, I'm going to use some white edible tint by Sugar Flare. So I'm gonna put some in here, and then I'm going to add just a drop of vodka, and we're going to add one dot at the top of this eye, and then another one in here. It's just a bit on his nose. Now I'm going to make Snoopy's hat with some green fondant. So I've dyed the fondant with some green and just a tiny bit of black. Now I'm going to press it all around there. Now I'm going to use some water to stick the hat. Now, using this tool that's got the marks wheel, I'm going to make all the sewing marks around the hat. So to make the palette glasses, the Snoopy skull, I'm going to use some brown fondant and attach it here, and now I'm going to make a hole in the middle of it. With some other brown fondant, I'm going to make a strip. This needs to be added from here to the other ones. I'm going to be doing another one over here. To make now the actual sunglasses, I'm going to use 2 brown fondant, and I'm going to make a kind of drop. So the same with the other one. And now, using the ball tool, I'm going to create the space for the glass. Now, to fill the glass, I'm going to use some dark blue fondant, and I'm going to press it lightly and trying to fill the whole glass. With a cutting wheel, I'm going to draw a line all around the glass. And now I can put it onto the hat. So I draw the line on the other one as well, and now I can put it, this one as well, onto the head. I'm going to add a dot now in here and here as well. And now with some blue, I'm going to draw a line, and here as well, and blend it with the fingers. And for the frames, I'm gonna gold sparkle, and I'm painting just the front. This time I'm gonna use the Primrose edible tint by Sugar Flare, and I'm gonna use it just to give a little bit more dimension and on the hat. If it's too much, you can remove it with your fingers. To make the eyebrows, I'm going to make a ball and narrow the edges of it, bend it slightly and put it just above the eye, and the second one above the other eye. Now to make the scarf, I'm gonna use some red fondant. Now I'm gonna roll it, and I think it's too tall, yep, so I'm gonna cut it and make it thinner. And put around the neck. So press this down and cut what we don't need. And I'm making a few lines to give the illusion of the scarf. Obviously now we're going to need the rest of the scarf. And again I'm gonna need some red fondant roller. Draw some lines and make a few cuts to each side. I need to make a few lines as well on this side because I'm gonna need to be folded like this, but one is gonna be slightly shorter than the other one. what I'm gonna do is to add a wire just in the middle. So cutting this bit because we need to hide this wire, obviously. Dab it with some water and that sticks to the rest of the scarf. This bit needs to be smaller. I'm gonna leave it to dry for one night. Now that all the pieces are dry, we can assemble them. Because it's really dry, to stick it to the body, we're not gonna need just water, but we're gonna need something like sugar glue. Now I'm gonna do the same thing on the other one. Can insert the scarf as well, very gentle, because it's really delicate. And the head as well.
I hope you liked this video. If so, don't forget to thumbs up and to leave a comment. I really would like to know what you think about it. Instead, if you are new to the channel, subscribe so you won't miss any new video tutorial. On my channel you will find video tutorials of the most beautiful cartoons about Christmas and much more. Have a sweet day!